chapter 15 today. Yeah, and I hadn't planned on it for it to be another video out on the yard, but yesterday we got by far our heaviest snowfall of the year. According to the weather person yesterday that I was listening to, basically, what did we get? Just over 40 centimeters. So I think I figured it out, it was about 17 inches. So yeah, it's quite a bit. It definitely pays to get the blower out today again. So I spent most of the morning now, and I don't work terribly hard, but I shoveled so that I could get the tractor out. So I cleaned in front of the overhead door of the shop, and then I went over to our garage and shoveled the front away there. We have a crushed rock driveway, and I cannot get that first section where you come off the cement onto the crushed rock from the garage. I can't get that first 2 feet to pack. I'm not sure why. I drive over it. I do everything I normally do to the rest of the driveway, but those stones are loose, and yeah, if they get in the blower, that makes a bit of noise, and you cringe because you don't want to be bouncing too much off the glass. We got a lot of windows around here, and I'd hate to break somebody's window, and especially my own. So I try to be careful, but yeah, so I have to shovel that off by hand. So that's done already. Yeah, we've got a nice layer out there. Also, you'll notice when I get out there and film, most of my neighbors, their driveways are already clean. For a lot of them, they had to go to work today, and they needed to be able to get out of here. Our town is really good with street cleaning. The snowplow equipment was by our yard twice yesterday. So if you can get your driveway shoveled off, you can get on the highway and get to work here. So hats off to the town crew for doing that. They're awesome. So yeah, and again, my neighborhood mobilized. There was quite a bit of heavy equipment in here doing driveways and stuff, and yeah, it's a good place to live when it snows. It's a good place to live all the time. This Pine Ridge Crescent's the best. Anyway, so I'm gonna go out and try to get my driveway clean today. Just a heads up for you, something else or other things that are coming. You saw me work on my dust collection barrel in the last video. Hopefully you enjoyed that content. And it was really, really necessary for me to get that done. And when I look at that barrel, I'm really happy with the way that turned out. And over here you can see a bunch of piping I've got that the dust collection is going to go up next. I need to get this cluster here, thickness planer, thickness sander, disc sander, and an oscillating spindle sander, which is out for repair right now. The worm shaft is wore out, so that's getting replaced. I built a stand for it, which I'm going to show you in a future video, and that's going to sit back here. Oh yes, and tomorrow's my Tuesday turning class, so I'm all set up and ready to go for that. Yeah, we're busy, and it's been great. So anyway, with no further ado, I'm going to put my winter gear on, and the next time you see this, or see me, I'll be sitting on my favorite yard tractor and blowing snow off of my driveway. And boy, my lawn's going to be nice and insulated after this snowfall. So anyway, you will see me in a bit.
Okay, and yeah, we're just kind of finishing up the main part of the driveway there, cleaning up a few of the loose ends, and it's looking pretty good actually. There's still a big ridge in front of the walk-in door, and here there's another view of what I'm doing. I was not aware of this, but while I was out trying to get this done, Sheila grabbed her phone and started shooting from inside using a few of the windows, and actually the footage turned out really nicely. It's just a lot closer than what I can get when I set up the camera so that I can kind of do the whole yard. Camera person would sure come in handy, but this is probably the next best thing, having a second camera in play. Speaking of cameras, I'm gonna have to go with, or I'm gonna have to upgrade my camera, I think. I'm gonna need to maybe, for these outdoor shots, go to a GoPro style camera. So if any of you out there have a cheap style of GoPro that you've been using, that you've had good results with, please let me know, because I would sure appreciate it. Not willing to spend a lot of money on this venture yet, but I can see the need. My camera just doesn't handle the cold very well. One of the things you'll notice, I'm kind of at the end of the driveway there. Our town has, on their graders, they have a little chute that they can deploy. So when they get to a driveway, they put that little, it's about a 2-foot piece of blade, maybe a bit more, that they put down, and it scrapes the whole ridge that they would leave away from the entrance to your driveway. So it's really, really handy. So I don't usually have a ridge at the end of the driveway to clean up, because they're very, very good with that. So we really appreciate that. It's very nice to have that flip out blade. But anyway, getting back to what you can see in the video here, the two camera shots are really nice. And yeah, now I'm turning into the deep stuff. And in this area here, this is our sidewalk that goes to, well, it's not really our front door. I guess it's a side door that we don't use very often. But I don't think Sheila managed to catch all of it. But there were some points where I was pushing snow that was coming above the chute. There was no discharge anymore, because it was all being just thrown into the snowbank. That's some of the deepest snow that I've pushed with this tractor, so I'm quite impressed with it. It's a little bit of a strange duck as far as yard tractors go, but it's worked really well for us, and we've had it about 10 years now. So I managed to punch through. Maybe here chains might have helped a little bit on the tires, but I would go till I couldn't go anymore, and then I'd back up a little bit and floor it and take another run, and eventually we managed to punch our way through it. So yeah, everything worked really well again today. I tend to do all the routine maintenance. In fact, just I think the last time I blew slow, I changed the shear pins in the auger, but Well, I don't usually do any kind of a summary after I finish blowing the yard, but I think today I will. You can see about how much space I'm blowing here. Basically, it's a little bit more than a double garage driveway, and our house, I believe, is 25 feet from the, well, not from the street, probably about 35 feet from the street. If there was sidewalk here, we're 25 feet from the property line. Some of the snow that I was pushing today was probably some of the deepest that I've pushed with that machine yet. So this, when I was coming into here, I was getting to the point where actually it was higher than the chute. And yeah, there's a nice dump of snow, and right now there's a cold weather advisory. I think with wind chill it's about minus 31 or so now. But yeah, if I was not shooting video, I can do this driveway easily in half an hour. Even pushing into here. Now the one thing that isn't included in that is I need to take the shovel and clean out in front of the doors and all that stuff. And the one thing you didn't see in today's video, I just wasn't set up right. If I'm going to do more video in the cold, I really need to change my phone, because this thing doesn't like the cold at all. So yeah, I cleaned this little corridor out first, and just gonna, I don't know if I'll put this in the video, but gonna just walk around, see how this all works out here. But yeah, my neighbors, I got good neighbors here. This is a great place to live. But we live on a corner lot, and the driveway that I showed you is our main driveway. Coming around here, you can see him coming. Coming around here is our second driveway. And have a little storage garage back here. It's not heated. So yeah, you can see that the snow was pretty deep here, but if we catch it right away, it blew out really nicely. And I didn't get to show you too much of this because my camera, I blew I think I got some snow dust on it, and it just doesn't like that. But yeah, so my trailer, my son's truck, it's gonna sit here till spring. So our garden beds along the side there, we'll show you those in spring, but we cleared this out really nicely. Again, a special thanks to our town construction crew or maintenance crew. They do an awesome job. There was snowplow went past our place twice yesterday. They had this so that people that needed to go to work today, they could get up. If they could get off their yard, they could get to the highway. Hats off to them. They do an awesome job. So, all right, we're back in the shop. I keep it in the shop in the winter. It needs to be heated, I think, and it's just going to melt off here now. A couple of things, I haven't really told you about this blower configuration that I have here. And I would have really appreciated having this knowledge when I bought this unit 10 years ago. Nobody seemed to know much about, first of all, that style of Husqvarna tractor. I'll call it a tractor, I don't know if it is. And then working with the snowblower. So this snowblower, it says it's a Husqvarna. To me, it looks suspiciously like something maybe that AgriFab built or something like that. Doesn't really matter.
It's got a Husqvarna part number on it. It's 42 inches wide, and about from the pad on the bottom there to the top, about 22 inches, 22 inches tall. And it is a two-stage blower. When I was pushing towards our far step there, the porch kind of, I often, I don't know if you could see it in the video, but the snow was as high or higher than the top of the chute. So that top of from the ground to the top of the chute, when the blower's working, is 3 feet. So I was pushing over 3 feet of snow at times with this thing. And so I'm quite happy with what it did. It latches on to, there's special mounts made so it attaches to the tractor as the same mounts as the mower. So this has a front mount mower for it that I will show you in summertime when we're mowing grass. It is a little bit of a strange configuration, but what we wanted when we bought this was a front mount mower for getting under things. Now our yard has changed a bit in that period of time because we got rid of a lot of our trees because they were destroyed by the poplar borer beetle. I don't have chains. This is an all-wheel drive, the R322T, so it's all-wheel drive. And I don't have chains on it because I just really have never needed them. I was going to put a set on this fall, in fact, and I bought a set, but they didn't fit the way, I just didn't like the way they fit, so I returned them. But today, well, you saw in the video, I was wearing my motocross gear. I wore my helmet and goggles and taped the area basically put duct tape on my face and lapped it over the helmet so there was none of my breath that could get and fog things up. And that was really nice today because it was cold. And if I would have got that snow dust on me, I would have gotten very, very cold. So I put my helmet and goggles on and taped my face up a bit, and it worked really good, and it was just a lot better. But getting back to the blower, I had some trouble with the chute that I replaced, and I took a video of what I did and put on Instagram, but I adapted, it's a drill bit. They call it an auger bit that Princess Auto sells, and the pitch and everything looked like it would work. So I welded it onto the shaft that was there because my original equipment part had completely wore out. And also my neighbor's Husqvarna dealer, so I ordered a new chute through him as well. What I'd like to do with this tractor is put some kind of cab on it for winter. And maybe that's something that I'm going to have to do yet. But I don't want to get this too long, but I really like this. And a special thanks, and I don't have my computer lit up here, but I had somebody leave a comment and ask why I didn't lift the blower up when I was backing up, and to be honest, I'd never thought of it. But I did that today for part of it in the second driveway, which you didn't get to see. And that actually works pretty good. I can just see my arm getting sore after a while because it isn't always easiest to lift. But anyway, great suggestion. Thanks for putting a comment in. Please do that. I really do appreciate feedback. It's nice to have the experience of others that we can all learn together. Anyway, so that's, just thought I'd show you the tractor a little bit today, and we'll move on with the video. Well, it's getting a little later in the evening and it's time to finish this video off. One of the things I need to point out today is you noticed me wearing my helmet and goggles. This is my motorcycle setup, and actually worked really well in combination with duct tape to keep the snow dust off my face. So now this was a little bit painful, but I'm just going to take a little piece of it, and I taped on the bottom, just under my eye, and made a bridge so all the moisture and my breath went down. And then for the second round, I actually taped it off to the top of the helmet, like to this section here. So basically filled this so that no breath could get through, and my goggles did not freeze up. I seem to remember that from decades ago when Walltime used to have a snow pro race, and I have proof of it. I have cups. So yeah, that it worked really well. Although I don't think I'll need to shave tomorrow, because when you pull the tape off, yeah, that's a bit painful. But my face didn't freeze at all today, and you know, normally it gets really cold when the snow dust hits your face, melts, and then the cold air comes and freezes it. So that worked. It worked really well to do that. Whew. Okay, so yeah, that's a wrap on chapter 15. I've got lots of things going on, as I talked about a bit before. We're running some ducting, and it's up there, but you can't see that. And I got a base going for my oscillating spindle sander, and all that's going. So lots is happening. And as of Wednesday, I'll have router bits and maybe even dust collection to here. And then we're gonna go on the bathroom vanity again. Gotta get that bathroom done. Well, I guess that's it for today. Stay safe, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe, please. I think we're at about 57 subscribers. It's a long way to go to 1,000. So help me out, and away we go. So we will see you in the next video, probably towards the end of this week. So take care, everybody. Have a great week.